Good Sunday morning. Yes, yesterday we lost power, and you should have seen that video already. If not, I'm going to put it up there shortly. We lost power for about 6 hours, which I knew we would because we always do. But it came on about 10 of 10 at night. So I ran the generator. So anyways, today I went to the Jewett City Flea Market, which I haven't been to in a few weeks. The first thing I got for $2 is the biggest handheld soldering iron I had ever seen, and it was $2. Now, for $2, naturally, he didn't know if it worked or not. So you take a chance when you're buying something like this. So I'm going to plug it in now and see if it heats up. I'm not going to leave it on. The cord is kind of stiff and, well, it's been taped up here and everything. It's a 3-prong plug. So it's got screws going in here. Now I want to get a magnifying glass out. It's got some writing here, so I'll be right back. Okay, it's, first of all, it says number 78, 300 watts. Okay, so let's take it over here and see if it gets warm. If it gets warm, it looks like we got a good one. We'll plug it in. We'll leave it in for a little bit. Now we won't touch it because we don't know if it's got a ground or any problem with leakage, because I'm standing on the ground, and of course with all this rain, you know. All right, if it's going to be any good, if this is warm, we've got it made ice cold. Well, let me leave it in a little bit longer. We may not have gotten a good deal on it, but I'll check the plug and the wires and make sure. Figured that that would be my luck. It would be burned out. So we'll come back in a couple of minutes. All right, I paid $3 for this. I think it was 2 or 3. I never owned one of these here. It's supposed to go on a propane bottle. Not sure about clean or on and off. A model T110 self-igniting propane torch. I've seen these things. They used to use them at work there in the maintenance shop when I used to stop in to see the guys back in the days when you could do that. And I've never been able to afford one. But whether it works, I don't know. The guy says, you know, he doesn't know. And another fella seemed to be quite knowledgeable. He says, well, these things always work. So we'll find out. All right. Let's go back over to the soldering iron. If that's not heated up by now, it's burnt out. I'll unplug it. It's warm. Not hot, it's warm. So it's not burnt out, but this is a big one. Well, why I bought it, it looks like it's fairly well tinned. This is a copper tip on this. You can call it a tip. Yeah, it'd be a tip. heating element would be in here. So, yeah, something like this. It's like the American Beauty, I believe. That's 100 water that I've got in my toolbox. But when I saw this, I mean, this, you can solder to any radio chassis and you will not sink it out. So, I am sure that if I left this on for probably 10 minutes, it would probably be hot enough. And of course, this is going to be real hot to work with, so you don't want to touch this when this is fully heated. All right, the cord has seen its burns, probably from against here and so forth. So it's got screws here and here. The handle separates, so I could put another cord on this, and I might do just that, because that's not original to this soldering iron. It probably had a molded plug on it. All right, so it looks like I might have a winner here. Okay, I think what I want to do first here is to try it on. This is big and bulky. This is not what you'd use with that, but it'll take the same threads. You got to use one of them skinny bottles, you know. But I don't have one. So let's try this. That's a heat deflector. So if you're heating like something, I'm not sure, but this wouldn't be like a heat gun, but probably when you're not really sure. That doesn't really stay on there. So I'm not sure. This probably don't go with it. It doesn't show it. So somebody just stuck it in the box. Alright, so now let's see if I can get this on there. I think this is the bottle I had trouble with getting it on my Mr. Heater. The threads are messed up on this bottle somehow. And I don't want to mess this thread up. I have a lot of problems sometimes with my grill too, getting these things started. Okay. There it goes. Oh yeah. That works quite well. Oh yeah. You can't see the flame in the sun, but it's there. You can hear it. Well, another winner. And this was... this bottle thread is bad on this bottle. I'm not sure if I put a little oil on these or grease or something on these threads would help when I screw these bottles in, because I'm always worried about messing up this end, like on the stove and so forth.
How much was that, $2?
That was, it was either $2 or $3. I bought so many little things. It was no more than $3. All right. I don't think this goes with that. But that's all right. All right, so we got two winners here. Now, I got this for $2. A Wagner heat gun. I've got a Harbor Freight heat gun, but it's a matter of time before the switch goes on it. The guy says, I have no idea if it works. He says, for $2. I says, all right. I says, for $2, I'll take my chance on it. It appears to be unused, but the box is messed up on it. Everything's stuck to the box. Now that's a heat deflector, and that's probably That other one I showed you there, that's probably what it would go to. It's probably something like this. Appears to be brand new.
Looks like a hairdryer.
Yeah, but you wouldn't want to use this on your hair. This has been used. We're definitely not going to put it back in this box. Something's stuck in here. Glue or something kind of messed up the book. Well, you know what we do with this? We try it out. But before we do, let's see how many watts it is, because I don't want to overload the circuit here. It's a model HT, looks like a 1000, HT 1000, 10 amp, well that's a lot of current, 1200 watts. Well, I guess we can try it out. I think it's been used because something's stuck on the side here. I just hope it's not burnt out. Sometimes these switches go on them. So, let's go try it out. The only way to find out is to plug it in, right? See if we get any heat out of it. I only paid $2 for this, so if it doesn't work, hopefully it's only the switch. All right, now that's the cold setting. Oh no, that's a hot setting. I'm getting heat out of it.
It works.
Oh yeah, am I getting heat out of it? And that's off, okay. All right, I thought the middle was off, so it wasn't. So this is off, down. This is medium heat. This is high heat. Oh yeah. Another winner, ladies and gentlemen and boys and girls. Another winner from the Jewett City Flea Market. All right, so we put that over there. We got 2 winners so far, ladies and gentlemen. $1. Now, when I check them, I always squeeze the tube like this and see, because I've gotten stuff used. Well, not used, but old, you know, new old stock. And they usually harden up in the Permatex high temperature RTV. It appears to be unopened. I didn't think it was open because the package is sealed. So $1. I'll say that this is good because it's pliable. Okay. Years ago I've had tubes of silicone that were open, but you know, they were pliable. They've used, and I've had them where they just never set up. You know, you can leave them there for weeks when you put the stuff on, and you can take it right off at your finger. So sometimes they don't cure when they're too old. But for $1, I spend that in a cup of coffee anyhow. All right, so that'll go in the recycle. Okay, now the last items. Let me put this in here. It's holding its heat, of course. Put that in here and get that so that don't blow away. $1. It's a 100-foot range. Wireless. Not sure, but for $1, I figured I'd take it. It looks like it's 120 volt though. It's got 2 key fobs on and off. That's all it has on it. But for $1, you know, what the heck. Antenna. Battery supply 12 volts. Output light accessory plus and minus 12 volts. Why it says 20 amps, 240 watt capacity, 12 volts. I read it quick. I thought it was 240 volts. No, it's 12 volts. So this may come in handy for another function on Uncle Dorkle. We don't know, but for $1, you don't know until you try it. The last items I got here, this was a freebie, brand new. They look like 20 amp. No, they're 15 amp. Male and female for putting a plug on a extension cord or something. They're good quality. One of the vendors said, take it. I says, okay. I thanked him. All right, each one of these, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rolls of wire, and I'm hoping it's stranded. I couldn't see it. I had my pocket magnifier, but it just don't magnify enough. $6 for all this wire. 100 feet, unopened, except for this one. But I never think of bringing reading glasses with me. It's way too small. The guy looked at it and said it was stranded wire. It appears to bend easier than solid wire, so I'm going to say all these are stranded wire. There's a Belden number 8524. 20 gauge, American wire gauge, but I can't read whether it's stranded or not. So I got blue, Belden 8524, 100 feet, white, Belden 8524, black. This is what I was hurting for, small thin wire of this gauge from my workshop. I just don't have it, and every time I'm trying to wire something up, I'm spending time looking and cutting things up so I can get the wire off of them. Belden 8523, 100 feet, green, 20 gauge, American wire gauge, but I can't tell if it's stranded or not. So $6 for this, either $2 or $3. No, $2 for that, so that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 or 13 counting this. This was either $2 or $3, I don't remember. And one of the vendors, actually the guy that I bought the heat gun from, gave me this bag here so I can carry everything in. And the soldering iron was $2. So, well, let's say $15 for the whole shebang. So I think I did pretty darn good. An excellent day at the flea market. That's what you call it, Tommy. Excellent day at the flea market. I'm going to let you edit this one because I got to go in the house and edit the power loss video, and I got a lot of editing to do on that. We lost power about a little before 4 p.m. and it didn't come on until 6 hours later. So, and I got to fill up the generator. I got to refill the generator, so I'm going to do that now. Okay, thanks for watching. Go do your thing, Tom, when you get a chance. Put the video together. I'm going to put this stuff away.